With you being so outgoing and like happy-go-lucky, are you depression-proof, or did you have a little bit of mental health stuff going on?
Hell no, bro. Well, so let me uh let me be very, very open and honest with you.
Mhm.
Um Prior to this, I've dealt with depression twice in my life, man.
Mhm.
There was a time when I was in high school. Uh, Basketball was my first love. I got into it with my high school coach. I didn't really like the environment I was in. Like I felt like I could be at better places that fit who I was better. My parents
Mhm.
weren't really listening to me, or we weren't seeing eye to eye. I can't just put that on them. We weren't seeing eye to eye. I felt at the time like nobody was listening to me. I lost my love and passion for basketball, and I was very, like I said, education was like, school came easy to me, I should say. Like I was an AP honor student, the whole 9 yards. Like I gave up on myself as a teenager at one time because I didn't have the guidance or the awareness to make the best of my situation. So that was a time I dealt with depression. And then one of my one of my friends from college, we met each other on our second day on campus. We
Mhm.
were both we were born in the same hospital, Kaiser West Los Angeles. We were born in the same hospital a day apart. His birthday is May 22nd, mine is May 23rd. Our lives were very parallel. My high school played his high school in football. I never met the dude. And we met our second day of college, got tight. We graduated the same time. We were I was studying for my master's in business administration. He was studying to take the LSAT to be a lawyer. We got very tight. He got in a car accident when we were 25. He didn't survive. He got ejected from the car. He didn't survive.
Sorry to hear
25
that.
years old. I went through that. That was a very, very tough depression that I went through. And even so, first, physically, what I was going through with my back and everything, that was already depressing. But something that made the depression even that much more, I was like, how come at least my friend didn't get to go through what I'm going through right now? Like, he was 25, we were 25, we was born basically the same time, same hospital, same college. Why did it take his life, but I still get to be here, at least have a fighting chance to get back to where I am? So
Mhm.
that was part of the depression. That was part of the depression, coupled with my physical depression. Cause one, I'm like, yo, man, I was like, mentally, I can't get my mind to a positive place. A lot of times in my life when I had negative thoughts, music was one of my outlets, whether listening to it or just writing something down and being creative. Uh,
Mhm.
those were my things that I would go to escape to. Thinking about music at this time frustrated me because it's just like, man, I can't give my, if I go into a session, like I'm gonna be hurting and wincing and all of that. And it's
Yep.
like I can't give my all there. So thinking about music made me spiral into depression. Thinking about like, man, like what am I, everything I know how to do to make money either requires my brain or my body. And what if I can't? What if that never comes back?
Mhm.
You know, I definitely went through a lot of that, and it was heavy. You know what I'm saying? Especially coming right after a wedding, because a wedding is just very draining within itself. Just dealing with different family, a lot of personalities. So you
Mhm.
had that, and then accident right after. Um, then me feeling like an inadequate new husband at the time, then me saying, man, how am I even gonna be able to provide? You know what I mean? Like, oh man, nah, definitely the depression was heavy and it lasted long. And I'll be honest with you, I still notice sometimes when I'm not in the best place,
Mhm.
I notice those remnants of those feelings kind of creep into my mind, and it's still a battle, brother.
Yeah, and that's real talk, and that's stuff that people need to hear, whether they're going through back pain or whatever it is in their life, man. And you know what that brings me to? There was a study in the 50s. Have you ever heard of the study where they threw the rats in the swimming pool?
Nah.
Okay, all right. So this doctor had a bunch of rats. He threw them in the swimming pool, and he basically watched until they were about to drown, and then he pulled them out. So the first time he did it, it took about 15 minutes. Okay. So he dried them off. He let them rest. He throws them all back in. This time they lasted 60 hours treading water, 60 straight hours. And the belief in that is that they now had hope that somebody was going to save them. Right. So I think hearing something like you're saying and some of the guests I've had on this show, it really helps people. And I get emails all the time that it really helps people. And dude, just from hearing what you said, I know I'm going to get a lot of people reaching out to me talking about this. So I don't get a lot of comments, but I get a ton of emails. I have a really active audience in the email. And
Okay.
yeah, I'll try to share some of the stuff with you when it comes in, man.
Hey
But
man, please do, man. Please do.
yeah, but
Please
that
do.
was dude. And yeah, I love to hear that. And I know the people listening are going to want to hear that because there's a lot of people depressed right now, dude. So mental health in
For
this
many
country.
reasons. You know what I mean? For there's people depressed for many, and you know what? Like, even, sometimes when you're depressed, you could allow yourself to feel guilty. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like some of us that have been through what we have been through, we might feel guilty. Like I said, I felt guilty because I'm like, man, I'm crying about my back, but my friend got in an accident and died. You know what I
Yep.
mean? I'm feeling once again, I'm feeling guilty because it's like at least the world is slowing down so I can focus on my recovery. But it's people dying and losing jobs and all of that.
Mhm.
Some people like with the only if you've been through what we've been through, do we understand like the physical pain and agony and the uncertainty and that we go through. But we may feel like, man, so many people have it worse though. Should I feel this bad? But for sure, man. Look, there's in my honest opinion, there is no like hierarchy on whose depression matters more.
Sure.
We all
Yep.
going through something, man. And if it's taking us to the level of depression, man, it's very important that we have people that can be an outlet for us.
Well said, brother. Well said. Yeah, depression is not weakness, man. So